What's the laziest way for beginners to make money online? That's one of the most common questions I get asked, and honestly, who doesn't want to make good money with minimal effort, all while having the freedom to work from anywhere in the world? So as a side hustle tester over the last few years, I'm going to use my knowledge to finally answer this question. To help decide which online money-making method is truly the laziest, I'll be judging each one in 5 categories. First up, learning curve. This is how long it takes before you're earning decent money. Ideally, we want this to be as short as possible to keep things truly lazy. Next up is fulfillment. This is all about delivering whatever it is you're selling, and we want this to be as simple as possible. Then, there's scalability. This measures how easy you can grow and make more money without piling on extra work. After that, we have startup capital, or how much money you'll need to invest upfront to get going. And finally, we're looking at risk level. Higher risk usually means more stress, which even if it's easy, money can drain you over time. Today, I'm only going to be covering money-making methods that can realistically bring you in over $100 a day. So no online surveys or transcription sites. They pay next to nothing and just end up wasting your time anyway. Method 1, freelancing. This is all about using your skills to earn money online by working directly with clients. There are tons of skills you can choose from, including video editing, social media management, graphic design, copywriting, and website development. This is great because you get to choose your projects and work schedule, which gives you a lot of flexibility. So it's perfect for those wanting control over when and where they work. In my opinion, the best one to focus on is video editing, as due to the rise of digital content, there's a real shortage of great editors at the moment. But the real question is, how lazy is freelancing? Well, let's have a look. For the learning curve, I'm going to say 6 months. To start making good money, you'll probably need at least this amount of time to learn and build a portfolio. The most popular skills like video editing, design, and copywriting have tons of tutorials on YouTube, which can help you level up very quickly. For fulfillment, I'm going to say this is pretty hard. Dealing with clients one-on-one can be a bit tricky. It's tough to do, especially when you're passionate about a project and feel like someone is dragging it down. Now, for scalability, I'm going to say this one is pretty limited. In freelancing, your income is tied directly to your time. This means there's a cap on your earnings unless you either charge higher rates or hire other people to do the work for you. The only way to scale is to build a good client base, as this will lead to steady work. You can do this on freelance sites like Upwork and Fiverr. Fiverr is ideal for beginners, as you can list services without needing to bid on jobs. Upwork might be a bit more competitive, but it often has higher paying projects. Startup capital, though, is pretty good. It's practically zero. If you already have a computer and internet access, you're nearly set. Some tools like the Adobe Creative Suite for design or video editing can be a great investment, but there are free or low-cost alternatives like Canva that you get started with. Your biggest investment here is your time. Finally, for risk, this is pretty low, mainly because there is very little upfront cost and you're directly paid for each project. The only real risk is potentially inconsistent income, so you might have to put in some effort initially to build up a steady stream of clients. So overall, this is definitely not the laziest method. However, freelancing could be a great way to start making money online, especially if you're willing to put in the time, build up your skills, and a client list. Method 2, Airbnb Arbitrage. This is a money-making method where you rent out a property on a long-term lease and then rent it out short-term on platforms like Airbnb. Essentially, you're acting as the middleman, taking advantage of the price difference between your long-term lease and the short-term rental rates. This could be a great way to generate passive income without having to own the property yourself. You'll need to get permission from the owner, but you'd be surprised how many landlords are okay with this. They either don't know how to operate an Airbnb or don't have the time to do it themselves. So how lazy is it? This one has a 1 to 3 month learning curve. Getting the hang of Airbnb arbitrage doesn't take too long. You need to spend a bit of time learning about the platform, understanding local rental laws, and getting familiar with property management. The bulk of this preparation time will be spent finding good properties. Look for places near tourist attractions, universities, or business districts. Websites like AirDNA can give you insights into rental prices and occupancy rates. You'd also need to reach out to the landlords and let them know you plan to sublet the property on Airbnb. Make sure you get their permission in writing, as you don't want them to find out later and cancel your lease after you've put in all that hard work getting it up and running on Airbnb. Fulfillment is medium difficulty. While it can be a relatively hands-off way of making money, you still have to deal with some customer issues from time to time. Guests might have questions or concerns, and you'll need to manage check-ins and cleaning. It's not as easy as just putting up a listing and forgetting about it, but it can be manageable with a good system in place. That's why it's a good idea to use management software like Guesty or Hostfully to streamline your bookings, communication, and check-ins. This will save you time and help keep your guests happy. Now here's where it gets really exciting, because scalability is very high. One of the best parts about Airbnb Arbitrage is that it's highly scalable. You can keep adding more properties to your portfolio, and there's really no limit to how many you can manage. You just have to make sure you have the time and resources to keep everything running smoothly. Here's the bad news though. This is going to require $5,000 to $15,000 of startup capital. This is where it gets a bit tricky. You'll need a decent amount of upfront cash to secure a lease, cover any initial furnishing costs, and possibly pay for cleaning services. Finally, risk level is pretty high. The main downside to this method is the upfront cash you need to invest. However, if you take advantage of the management tools I mentioned, it can be relatively hands-off. Saying that, I reckon we can find an even lazier option. Method 3, an eBay shop. This is a great way to make money by selling products online. You can sell anything from vintage clothing and electronics to handmade items, or even get rid of stuff you don't need. With millions of users, eBay offers a massive marketplace where you can reach potential buyers without needing to set up an actual shop in the street. But the question is, how lazy is it? Well, we're gonna find out. The learning curve for this is around about 2 weeks.
What's the laziest
Getting
way for
started with
beginners to
eBay
make
is
money
pretty
online?
straightforward.
That's one of the most
Before
common
diving in,
questions I
think
get
about
asked.
what kind of products
And
you want to sell. Are you into vintage clothing, collectibles, electronics, or something else? You can then use eBay's search function to see what's popular and in demand in your chosen niche. Then you just need to create your eBay seller account and source your products. As I mentioned before, you can start with things in your house that you don't want anymore. Or you could order items you've seen selling on eBay from DHgate. This process shouldn't take more than a couple of weeks. For fulfillment, I'm gonna say this is a medium difficulty. You'll have to send your products out yourself, and you might run into some customer issues from time to time, like returns or inquiries about products. And in my experience, it's always better to send a replacement or issue a refund, even if you suspect the customer is trying to scam you. It's simply better to keep your eBay account in good standing. These kinds of situations used to stress me out. However, now I've learned it's just the cost of selling items online, and there's no getting away from it. The scalability of this one is very high. You can continually add new products, and there's really no limit to how many items you can sell. As you start to make more money, you might even want to consider branching out onto other platforms like Etsy and Amazon. Alternatively, you could start various eBay shops in different niches. I'd say you need at least $500
Honestly,
of startup capital.
who doesn't want to make good
To
money
get your
with
shop off the
minimal
ground,
effort,
you'll need to
all
use
while
this
having
initial
the
money
freedom
for
to
stock,
work from
depending on what
anywhere
you
in
want
the
to
world?
sell. $500 can be a reasonable starting point. You can find good deals at thrift stores, garage sales, or even wholesale suppliers. I'd say this is medium risk. This risk comes from the fact that you're putting money into stock that might not sell right away. However, if you're smart about your choices and stay on top of trends, you can really reduce that risk. I'd say the eBay shop method is winning so far, as it's a pretty lazy money-making method. However, it's lacking in a few of the categories, so let's keep going. Method 4, affiliate marketing. This is a great way to earn money by promoting other people's products or services. You get paid a commission for every sale made through your referral link. It's a win-win. You help someone sell their products while earning a little something for yourself. No need to handle products or do any customer service. So let's see how this stacks up against the other methods. The learning curve for this one is super short. I'd say 1 to 2 days. All you really need to do is to sign up to different affiliate programs. You can use sites like Amazon Associates, ClickBank, and my favorite, Impact. I'd recommend going onto these sites and seeing what companies are offering
As a
the best
side hustle
commissions.
tester over the
Then you
last
can
few
start
years,
thinking about
I'm
how
going
you
to
can
use
get
my
people to
knowledge
start
to
using your
finally
links. For fulfillment, I'm going to say this is very easy. Once you've shared your affiliate links, your job is pretty much done. You won't be responsible for fulfilling orders or dealing with customer complaints, which makes this one a pretty stress-free way to earn some extra cash. The scalability of this one is very high. You can promote as many products as you want and keep racking up those sales passively. In the past, the go-to strategy for scaling was paid ads on Facebook. These days, though, you're much better off focusing on organic short-form content. The amount of free reach you can get is incredible. Just look at the way Andrew Tate skyrocketed in popularity. Tons of people were clipping his videos and posting them on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts, all while including their affiliate links to his online course. Some of these kids were making thousands of dollars a month doing this. I'm not promoting his course.
To help
but it's
decide
worth
which
noting
online
that
money
affiliate
making
marketing
method
has
is
been
truly
around
the
for
laziest,
ages and is
I'll
still
be
going
by judging
strong, so you can use similar tactics to earn some decent money yourself. In terms of startup capital, I'd say you'll need at least $250. You can definitely start for less, but that's assuming you don't want to create the content yourself. With $250, you can get some solid short-form content edited to promote your affiliate products. Starting with organic content is a smart move. You can always dive into paid ads later. It sets a strong foundation without breaking the bank. The risk with affiliate marketing is very low. This is because you're not holding any inventory and have minimal upfront costs. You won't have to worry about unsold stock or customer service, which makes affiliate marketing a low-pressure way to earn money. Saying this, I think the last method we're about to discuss is even lazier. The easiest way to learn this is my free first commission challenge. You can take this in my profile link. You will need some email marketing software. If you register through me, you can get your first month for $2. So this is a no-brainer.
in 5 categories.
After you opt in,
First up,
use my
learning
promo code
curve.
I provide.
This is how long it takes before
Method
you're earning
5,
decent money.
AI Shopify Store. Setting up an AI-built Shopify store is a great shortcut for anyone looking to start e-commerce without the typical learning curve. With this approach, you can set up a store, have winning products selected for you, and automate inventory and fulfillment, all thanks to the power of AI. The learning curve is practically zero. This is as beginner-friendly as it gets. Head over to buildyourstore.i, and click Start Your Free Store. The tool guides you through each step, beginning with a prompt for basic details like your name and email. You'll then be asked to choose a niche with popular options like fashion, electronics, and pets available. Selecting a niche that aligns with your interests can make the store easier to promote in the long run. The AI even helps you with
we
store
want this to be as
aesthetics,
short as
giving you
possible
the
to
options
keep
for
things
banners,
truly
layouts,
lazy.
and color schemes to make
Next
your
up
shop
is
look
fulfillment.
professional and
This is
appealing.
all about
Once you're ready, connect to Shopify by following the prompts. This makes the process incredibly affordable to test out, and since the platform walks you through each step, you won't need any technical knowledge to get started. Now for fulfillment, very easy. This is assuming you register for AutoDS. Don't worry, the Build Your Store
delivering
website will
whatever
prompt
it
you
is
to
you're
use
selling,
this.
and
It
we
takes
want
care
this
of
to be
everything,
as simple
from
as
adding
possible.
trending products to your
Then
store
there's
to updating
scalability.
important details
This measures
like
how
prices and
easy
images.
you can grow.
And when a sale comes through, AutoDS ships the item straight to your customer. It's especially useful if you're looking to make passive income, as it removes the need to keep track of inventory or personally ship products. Now for scalability. This one is unlimited. Much like with an eBay store, an AI-built Shopify store is practically unlimited in its potential to scale. You can use AutoDS to continually add new winning products to keep your store fresh and updated. And since they handle shipping, you can grow the store without worrying about logistics. Startup capital is super low, under a few dollars. Now risk level, almost none. With such a minimal upfront investment,
and make more
the
money
risk level
without
here is
piling
as low
on
as it
extra
gets.
work.
Even if you
After
decide
that,
this method
we have
isn't for
startup
you,
capital,
the low cost
or how
to
much
try out
money
makes it
you'll
a
need to
no-brainer.
invest.
So if you're looking for a low-effort, highly scalable way to make money online, an AI-built Shopify store might be your best bet. It's passive income that you can manage from anywhere without the need to be an influencer, invest heavily, or manage shipping yourself. If you want to know what to do with your money every time you get paid, if you want more side hustles ideas, check out my free 54 Side Hustles Dossier.